yeah. So I hit her, but I didn't hit her hard.
Wasn't that hard?
Yeah, we're on. We don't beat women.
Just crazy old bitches.
Yeah, welcome back, man.
Thanks, man. I would like to say it's good to be back, but this fucking weather is depressing.
I know you did come back literally as it started pissing down rain the entire week.
Bro, I came back, and look, the weekend wasn't too bad, but I woke up on Monday, and I just saw frost on my window and rain. I was like, give me the fuck back to Europe.
Yeah. Oh, man, remember when it was like 35 at 11 p.m. at night, and I was going out for a nightcap in the daytime?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I remember waking up and just like opening the window. That was always a joy.
Yeah. Now I don't open the windows because rain will come in.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But I saw you ran, not solo, you tried to replace me.
Oh, yeah. I had a replacement. He got bored after 5 minutes and then snuck out of the room. So all you see is this door just open out of nowhere, like a ghost opens it, and he snuck under the door.
He snuck.
Yeah.
He,
Snook?
Snuck.
Yeah.
It's a snooky.
Yeah, snooky, snoo.
So I still have my job. Excellent.
Yeah, that's it. You're back, man.
My job is still safe for another week.
You come to like walk in the door and I'm just like,
no. Today's not your day, buddy.
Yeah, we called in the big guns. It was funny. I took a small interview with Carter to see if he was going to be the ability to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm going to ask you one question. Where do you stand on the Ishak transfer?
I think I'd say something else.
Yeah.
When you said on the Israel-Palestine war.
I mean, probably would have been equally as funny, the response.
Yeah.
He just sat there for ages and went, yes. And I'm like, yes? Yes what? But I suppose that's what you get for asking a detailed question to an 8-year-old.
It's a very complex situation that they're in at the moment, which we will get into.
Oh, yes,
we will delve into that.
We've got plenty of back and forth and comments to do. But before we jump into everything, we've got obviously some EPL news. Obviously, transfer window's still open.
Yeah, another week and a half.
Isn't it? Is it a week and a half?
End of the month.
Okay.
I
still think there's going to be a few big transfers to come in. Obviously, I think Liverpool's still going to bring in another defender.
Yeah.
I think we're going to bring. I think there may still be another attacking player. We don't have the options there.
For you guys?
For Liverpool, yeah. In the striker, I think so. Well, realistically, we've only got Ekatike there and Chiesa. So
yeah, out of the guys that didn't start, you had Chiesa. Who else came off your bench? Harvey Elliott.
We've obviously got Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones.
Yeah, Curtis Jones. Yeah,
Endo.
Yeah, not attacking player.
Robbo.
Not attacking.
I mean,
in terms of attack, like your wingers.
Well, the other options we have there are Rio and Ndoye. Yoni,
Chelsea
sorry,
kid?
Rio, the Chelsea kid, 17.
Yeah,
he's a full pro team player now.
He's a squad member now.
Yeah, as well as Yoni, who's another youth player that came up. He had a good preseason. They both had good preseasons, but
they're still 17.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, he may be able to show out in a game or two.
Yeah,
but he's not in and out. Like he's like Wanyeri from Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he's good, but
he's a good player, but
ready.
You saw what happened to Wanyeri at the end of the season, right? Like
he
just stopped scoring. He wasn't getting assists. He's losing the ball a lot. It's the consistency that you have to keep.
Yeah.
So I think there's obviously going to be a lot of transfers still coming in. There's still plenty coming in. So Liverpool's now signed another centre back. So we've signed an Italian centre back from Parma.
Oh yes, that's from Parma.
From Parma. He's 19 years old.
Giovanni something. I just made that up.
Yeah, Giovanni could be accurate, dude. But he's come in again. Even in the Italian league, I think he only had 5 starts.
He didn't play a lot
in the Italian league.
Yeah.
And look, obviously his highlight reel is great because he's got one where he's putting Lukaku on his ass. But again, Italian players have never really translated into the Premier League.
I was right. It is Giovanni.
It's Giovanni, yeah. I mean, it's a good guess.
Thank
you. It's a good guess.
Giovanni Leone.
Yeah. So, he's 19. He's obviously not a starter. He's kind of the backup that we've got there where Kwanzaa kind of was.
Yeah.
You know, so
He'll play your FA Cup games. He'll play your League Cup games, even if you're playing a big team.
if he shows out, I'm
think
sure he'll get a spot.
You'll be building him up for next season when you Canate. If you lose
If he
Canate.
doesn't accept a new contract that we're putting forward.
And the way things are going, Van Dijk might only have a couple of years, so you do need to build, right? And so this is a good start.
No, yeah, I'm positive to them, outlook for the team. We've obviously bought well in my mind, but I think there's a few gaps in there with the sales that we made because obviously selling Darwin, which now when I look at the team, everyone had the hope Ishak's coming. You sell Darwin, but if Ishak doesn't come now, which I mean, once we get into it, it's looking highly unlikely that he does. If he doesn't come, we've got to need another outlet. Like it's just almost splurge on a kind of a mid-level, just as backup in case there is an injury to Ikatike. I mean, look, Chiesa had a great week, right?
But you're right. If you guys do lose Ekatike, did you say it?
Ekatike.
You guys lose Ekatike, then who's your striker? Chiesa?
Yeah, Chiesa, or you put Wirtz in as a number 9.
Yeah, versus a 9, yeah.
Which he kind of was slipping in and out of, but he needs someone to play off him. He's not an out and out. Like he's not what Roberto Firmino was for us, right?
Or an Ishak.
Yeah, well, when Ishak's kind of yeah. I mean, once we get into the PFA team of the year, you can figure it out, right? Like he's the striker.
Yeah.
But look, in other news, I think this is interesting, and it's not really spoken about by anyone, right? Brentford's obviously in a bad way, right? They've lost, I think, a lot of their main players have come out of their teams and transferred out. They've lost Mbeumo, which is one of their biggest players.
They lost their coach.
They lost their coach.
Who's massive, because he was good.
Yeah. Thomas Frank was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they also lost Elanga.
Yes, and they lost
Elanga, who went to Newcastle.
Yes, he did good. Yeah, no, Elanga was from Forest.
Oh, who am I thinking of? The other player from Brentford that they've lost.
I'll find it.
Because
they lost Mbeumo. Ben Mee got released,
and now
Flecken's gone,
and now he's
the keeper. Norgard
was the other attacking option they've lost, and
he was their captain.
Yes, correct.
So they lost their main player, their captain, their coach, and they're about to lose their main striker. Things aren't looking good, bro.
No, and now obviously Wissa's trying to force his way out of Brentford. He said he wants to leave because Newcastle's the option for him to go to. That's what I was thinking about with Newcastle. Wissa, who I literally got written down in front of me. What a smug guy.
Glad you left yourself a reminder for that one.
Yeah. So now Wissa's trying to force his way out of Brentford, saying, "Well, I've got this option to go to Newcastle on the table." Right? Newcastle's obviously been terrible in the transfer market this year. I think they've had 6 attempts at strikers.
6 players that six or 7 players that they've tried to get and have missed out on.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Well, so they were in for Sheshko. He said no, went to Man U.
Ekatike.
They were in for Ekatike, which we gave him the option to and went, well, fuck yeah, we're going to take him then. Which turned out pretty good for us. And then they were in for, because they sold Callum Wilson. Then they were also.
Well, they didn't sell him.
They were in for Mbeumo.
They let him go because he sucked.
Oh, fuck, he's better than the option of the other guy who doesn't want to play.
Oh, yeah.
They were in for.
To be fair, I don't know. Callum Wilson never played.
yeah, but the other guy's not playing either.
I reckon he'll come back into the. We'll get into that.
So anyway, he's trying to force his way out. He's obviously put forward a transfer request. Brentford's trying to block it. He's now gone one further. He's unfollowed them on Instagram, deleted all the photos from his account of him at Brentford, essentially going, I want out, man.
Yeah, that's it. I want out.
I want out. Let me go. You're in like a failing team. I mean, let the goddamn blinded by acid from a crazy X-Man go. He wants out.
Yeah. Look, I don't blame him for wanting to go. When you see your best player with like your main attacking outlet, and like those two, I think they both had double-digit goals and assists. Wissa and Mbeumo last season.
They worked well together.
Right?
I think that's the main thing with both those players.
Yeah,
that's why I'm interested to understand how Mbeumo's going to go at Man U, because he fed off Wissa and vice versa pretty well. And it's Thomas Frank got the best out of both of them.
Well, it'll be interesting if Sesko does start, because he didn't start against Arsenal, but get Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo together, how he's going to click.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it has a lot of potential. See how that goes. But back to Brentford. Yeah, if you're a player, you had a great season, but then you come back the next season, you got new coach, new captain, and your best player's gone. You kind of be like, well, I don't want to be here anymore.
No.
Why am I staying? I could go wherever I want. And if he went to Newcastle, he ends up playing Champions League football.
100%.
That's mad.
He'll get not only will he get to step up, because it's not like Brentford's going, we'll give you more money to stay.
Yeah,
they're
like,
just going, no.
Just stay with us. Why?
Yeah.
Because you love us, right?
Yeah. We're your friends. No, you're not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm out of here. You sold my friends. It's like the last guy in the nightclub trying to find a chick at like 3 a.m. He's like, oh, there's no one left.
Yeah, it's that from the Goonies. You're coming home with me.
So wait, so he's the deformed retarded guy?
Yes. And Brentford's the kid.
Yeah, I was splashed acid in my face. It's not my fault. Look, other news as well, and you'll be relieved with this. Man City's decided they're not going to sell Savinho. They've said he's unavailable in this window. Yes.
Now, just in case everybody's wondering why I would be happy with that, is because City were going to sell Savinho if they were able to get a replacement, and Javi Simons was meant to be a replacement. Now, Javi Simons has come out and he said he doesn't want anyone else but Chelsea if he is to leave. That still isn't certain yet. We've still got 10 days left. I did check the window does close September 1st.
Okay.
So we've still got like a week and a half, more than a week and a half. Chelsea is still working on that deal with Red Bull. I think Chelsea's waiting on Nkunku to go to Bayern if they take him. Bayern don't want to buy him outright at the moment. So they want a loan.
Loan with option to buy.
Loan with an option to buy. Chelsea's like, no, we'd rather keep him than send him out to loan buy, because they want to get a shit. They reckon they can get 300 million in sales. I could see that. If they sell Jackson, who is an option for Newcastle and for Villa.
Well, I think that's what Newcastle's trying to sue for. They want Jackson and then they want Wissa.
Yeah.
I think that's their two options that they want to backfill that. And then I think there may be an option for Ishak. That's the hope inside me. You know?
Well, I was actually thinking today, I'm like, would I sell Jackson to Newcastle 80 mil? And I said, no. I don't want to strengthen two rivals for 80 million. If we sell Jackson to Newcastle, Ishak is definitely going to you guys. So would I want to?
You'll never get 80 million for Jackson again, though.
I reckon maybe not 80.
No, this is the maximum amount of money you'll get for Jackson, right?
We only bought him for 30, so whatever we get, if we sell him for 60 next year to another team, it's still profit. But would I want to strengthen Newcastle and Liverpool for 80 million? I don't think so.
I don't know if you strengthen Newcastle, because if you don't sell him, they retain Ishak.
But then it comes down to because I think he will play again, right? But if, let's just say I'm wrong, which I'm rarely wrong, right? but
dude, you were saying Kirkes wasn't coming. What are we talking about?
If Ishak eventually, like, say he doesn't want to play, then Newcastle's fucked. They had to play Anthony Gordon up front.
Yeah, that did. Once we go through the results, that didn't go too well for them.
I think they would rather take Nicholas Jackson for 80, or take Nicholas Jackson, not take him, Anthony Gordon. So, but if it was Chelsea, I'd rather sell to Villa. Now, sorry, back to the original point, which is Savinho. Now, Man City look like they're not going to sell him because
they've confirmed it.
I don't think they have any real solid options out there, or any like solid leads for them to get. But
the only other one's Rodrigo.
Yes, which still hasn't. Nothing has come of that, which I'm finding ridiculous.
Well, I mean, he was still not included as a bench player in the last game for Real Madrid.
They played this morning.
He wasn't on the bench.
I think he was on the bench, but he wasn't used.
Sorry, he was an unused sub.
Unused sub, yeah.
He was an unused sub in the game. So, like, Xabi Alonso doesn't rate him in the squad.
And I'm thinking, as if Man City don't just go, fuck it, we can take Savinho and Rodrigo. Why would they take both? Man City, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I find it weird. Like, Man City have bought in a lot of players in January. Who they bought Reinders in the summer transfer
They
window.
bought Ryan
Cherky as well, right? He came on a free. No, they
paid
bought him,
for
mate.
Cherky, but it was a good price.
Yeah, it was a good price. Yeah.
So they brought in Ryan Cherky. Then they also brought in. Well, they brought in a lot of players. They kind of undercover in this window because they bought in 3 players in the summer window.
They
right?
bought 3 or 4 players. Yeah. But they bought in Ait Nouri. They bought in Cherky, Reinders. Bought in Trafford from Burnley as right. Didn't really feel like a Manchester City window.
Well, no, because they split it over 2 windows. If you think about it, they don't look that bad because they split it over 2 windows.
Yeah.
But if you do calculate them both over the 2 windows, they spent big money.
Yeah, they spent a lot in January.
They're up there with us, you guys, and Arsenal. Right? They've spent more. I'm pretty sure like they have accumulated because they sold James McAtee and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they've still spent big money.
Yeah.
I think another interesting one's Forest. I think everyone was counting Forest down to say, they're not going to be the same team. I'm one of those guys.
Even after a Langer left,
yes,
that was a big one.
And I think you just
Chris Wood's another year older.
Yeah. But now they've just brought in Douglas Luiz.
Official?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's in. We've had the here we go.
Well, look, I'm happy with that. One, because as a Juve fan, Douglas Luiz did nothing for us. He was so average. And part of that deal was getting these fucking misses.
Oh, Lehman
in.
Yeah.
He's now left Juve as well, Juve women's. So they're just like, totally axed them
it
both.
Was just,
like,
it was just constantly in the news. She goes, I can't believe he gets paid the same money to do the same thing that I do. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I can't believe it either. It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure the Swiss women got beaten 5-0. No, 5-1. Some under 15s boys. So
yeah,
until you beat men, you can't.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Right?
Oh my god.
Jeez. Right?
Set's falling apart, man. Can't wait to get a new set,
we need
man.
a new set.
Yeah.
We're going to start saving up for a new set.
No, it's all right. 4 weeks, man. 4 weeks. I'm out of this shithole. But then this week, we obviously had the PFA Team of the Year and Player of the Year come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go toot the Liverpool horn here. Mohamed Salah gets PFA Player of the Year. Only player in the history to win it 3 times.
Got more PFA Player of the Year than titles.
What kind of show is that?
Nice.
Dude, he's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. It's unarguable.
Unarguable. You look at his goal, the amount of goals he scored, the PFA. Yeah, can't argue with that.
That's exactly right. Accept it, bitch.
What? Douchebag.
But look, then they've obviously released the Team of the Year as well. So we got Matt Sells in goals. Virgil van Dijk at the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting back line, to be fair, because there's 3 centre-backs in it. So you have Virgil van Dijk, Saliba, Gabriel, and then Kirkez.
So Gabriel Saliba would be right wing, right back. I'm assuming.
I mean, unless they're going with...
I think they've done a 4-3-3.
I think they've just gone defenders and they haven't done it in like an actual formation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think they've just picked. They were the 4 best players that played in the defensive line.
Yep.
Being Van Dijk, Kirkhead, Saliba, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the midfield they've got Declan Rice, Gravenberch, McAllister.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to agree with that midfield.
Look, I think Caicedo should have been in there. But, you know, that's... I think all 4 defenders. But you know what the funny thing is? They're all pretty much like CDMs.
Well,
Declan Rice CDM, Gravenberg CDM,
McAllister's more of a box to box, right?
There's no like attacking midfielders. It's all...
Well, who would you put in there as an attacking mid? Like Cole Palmer, but he kind of died. Like when it got to January, he faded off. He wasn't scoring unless it was a penalty.
I mean, there's like
Odegaard, but again, I don't think Odegaard had a great season last season.
Started off well, then he got injured. After the injury, he really struggled.
And then maybe you could choose from like
KDB wasn't there.
Again, he was in and out of the team.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really a great attacking option.
No, the midfielders were very more about being solid. Declan Rice was solid. Gravenberg and defense, not just attacking outlet.
Yeah. So I mean, I tend to agree. They're probably the 3 best. And did Declan Rice have a great season in the Premier League? Obviously, he had the big highlight against Real Madrid.
Hey, beat Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Put him in the team.
Yeah, give him a trophy. But then obviously in attack, we had Salah, which is no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Wood, which I think is a no-brainer as well.
Hey, he beat his
He did-
record for most goals scored in the season.
Well, I mean, he
did it
died off.
consistently.
He did start dying off towards the end of the season, but I felt the entire Forest team did, and it wasn't so much him.
Yeah, they all kind of died off.
And then Ishak, which I think is a no-brainer as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, there's quite dramatic. So he didn't actually attend the PFA, like the ceremony, whatever you want to call it. He didn't attend because of obviously all of the backlash he's getting online.
Imagine he goes there, and all these Liverpool players just like buddying up.
Yeah, he's just there with like Salah, like nice dude. Yeah. All the Newcastle players there, and he's just there going, "Thank you, man, eat my dick." Yeah. But like on the back of that, obviously there's been a big saga with Shaq. So he's been pretty quiet in relation to all the speculation that has been going back and forth. It's obviously all come through the press. It's either come from announcements from Newcastle, announcements from Liverpool. Liverpool put in a transfer record. They wanted 150. We offered 120. Like, it's all back and forth. Till now, he's kind of come out and given an actual statement on his Instagram. So he's come out and said, "I'm proud to be recognised by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League Team of the Season for 24-25. First and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle United who supported me along the way. I'm not at the ceremony tonight with everything going on. It didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own version of events. It doesn't reflect what's really said behind closed doors." So he's obviously taken a shot at what's happened. There's some further commentary that's come out around promises had been broken with Ishak, which I believe obviously comes around his transfer request. So I think he's made it quite clear he wanted to leave the club early. And the club has obviously given him some kind of assurances that if they receive the bid at a level that they deem acceptable, they would talk to those clubs, which obviously he wants Liverpool, in which he leaves. Now, just today, there's been another statement released by Newcastle to respond to his statement on Instagram. So we want to keep our best players, but we also understand players have their own wishes, and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representatives, we must always take into consideration the best interests of Newcastle United, the team, and our supporters in all decisions. And we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee these conditions being met. This is a proud football club with proud traditions, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains part of our family, and he will be welcomed back when he is ready to rejoin his team. So, look, they've obviously come out and tried to make it sound cryptic, but clear that they don't want to let Ishak go. No. Right? They want him back in the team. And I think that's what they've wanted all along. They've wanted him to remain there for another season because they've obviously got Champions League. They want to bolster and become strong within the Champions League, get repeat into the Champions League and attract talent. They've got a lot of issues with PSR, right? Which apparently after this season will fall away, given the 3-year roll on what they have to do. So
that Champions League money really helps them.
Yeah, 100%, right? So the issue they're running into is that Ishak obviously has the opportunity to go to the team where he can see the project where he can thrive, both the Champions League, pretty much on all trophy fronts that he would thrive with us. And he's obviously told them that he wants to go. I think he feels that Newcastle hasn't done everything to make that happen. And I think there's probably a bit of gamesmanship with the way that they're dealing with stuff. Obviously, approaching 6 different strikers and failing on every one of them seems a bit odd. But, I mean, okay, you're completely the opposite to how I feel. Like, I feel that they've done the player a bit dirty and they've given him promises that they haven't led to. I know that you're on the opposite side where you're like...
Look, I think that... Obviously, yeah, I think you're right in saying that Newcastle didn't want to sell. Now... I don't remember reading anything about him handing in an official transfer request. I'm sure it was something like probably spoken out about what his desires would be.
Oh, he's definitely handed in a transfer request.
Has he?
Yeah.
I never saw anything like that.
Because I think he's had the discussion with the club at the end of last season
Mm.
that he wanted to move on. And that was obviously all the videos of him going out to Van Dijk. You better be there next season. Blah blah blah.
Mm.
And then obviously he's had a discussion with Newcastle as a club that he wanted to go, and he's obviously engaged with Liverpool directly as well.
Yeah, but there has to be like an official transfer request. I don't remember seeing anything about that, right? Like I've heard everybody's saying he probably does want to go to Liverpool, but I think like sometimes when you hand in a transfer request, you lose certain amounts of money, and probably doesn't want to lose that. So it might just be like I'd rather go to Liverpool, rather go abroad or whatever it is. But the way I see it is he's still signed to that club. Now, what's going on behind closed doors, I don't know. But from an outsider, you're still playing for that club. I reckon he's going to stay. And it's kind of like the Carlos Tevez thing. Remember when they exiled him and they tried to get rid of him in January and it didn't happen, eventually made his way back into the team? I feel it's more like along those lines. There is a bit of gamesmanship. I think he's trying to force his way out. Newcastle are not allowing it. And then if it doesn't happen, he will eventually come back to that.
Well, I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to sit there and cop a fine every week and not play?
It depends on how.
I don't think that would happen.
Depends on how much he wants to go. If you're really keen to go, you would cop that. Tevez did. He copped it. That was fine, right? Because eventually he made his way back in. But if you're really keen to go, then you would hand in the transfer request. You would allow all these things to happen until you got your way. But I think it's a bit of he would rather it. I don't think Newcastle's going to allow it. One, because like you said, they've been rejected from every big club or every big player that they're trying to get.
The issue that they also have is that they can't offer the wages and the transfer request that these teams are looking for. So I think that they can go to them and go, I'll give you the transfer request, but then the wages get hit because of their PSR issues that they've got. And I think obviously Ishak looks at it like, well, this solves pretty much all your PSR problems with one sale. But the problem is they can't go and replace at the same quality.
Well, that's the big thing at the moment because they've been. I think they were looking at. You said they're looking at Sesko. That didn't happen. They looked at Gyökeres. He was already at Arsenal pretty much. They're looking at Jackson.
They could have got lucky with that one.
Yeah, they might have got lucky with that. We'll get into that. Yeah, but I reckon that he will. That you guys won't get him because Newcastle will just be so stubborn to not let him go. Especially it would take a lot of money. And then the big problem is that they then have to go out and find a striker. And with only like 10 days to go, you've got to start pushing now.
Yeah. And I think that's also part of Ishak's concern with it, right? He went there and went, because like obviously, so Liverpool's obviously approached them, they go, oh, we want 150 million, which obviously it's obviously a crazy number.
It's insane.
For a player.
It's insane.
We've delivered a bid worth 110 split over 2 years, with bonuses, with 10 million add-ons, which apparently were pretty like he has to play like 10 games, stuff like that. Right, you know what I mean? Like they were pretty easy to achieve, which are paid up front, which are paid upon the end of the season type of thing. Like as soon as he completes them, we pay. And then that was paid over 2 seasons. Like it wasn't like we're stretching it out over the contract and
like what Chelsea do.
Yeah, no. It was like a pretty lucrative. Then we've gone to Newcastle and said, if you give a green light to say that if we come with your bid, you will let go of Ishak, we will prepare a second bid. And they went, he's not for sale. That's when Ishak went, I'm not playing. Because he went, well, hang on a second. The conditions, well, like this is a world record bid. Like it's, sorry, an English record bid. English record bid. Oh, Neymar went for way more than that. It's an English record bid. So if they've come to the table and he's just gone, well, now I feel like you're doing me dirty because I'm giving you the club money that pretty much saves the club from PSR. And then you've got to look at how the fans have treated him in this opening weekend. It's not like we want you here, don't leave. It's you're a greedy cunt. Literally, that's what they're chanting.
Yeah.
Well, so do the fans want him back?
If as soon as he puts on that Newcastle jersey and he plays, they will cheer him. It will happen.
I'm interested to see because I think if he does end up putting the shirt on and playing this weekend, and they don't,
no, he won't wear the jersey until after the transfer.
Great, because we got him this week. So look, all right, we'll keep following where it ends up.
Look,
but
this is not going to end up until the final moment of the
well,
transfer
that's right, because
window.
they still need to sign a striker. Like
Yes.
it doesn't matter. Like they can't just have Ishak, because like you know what I could see happening. Ishak does put the jersey back on for a game, calf injury, back injury. I have an injury. I can't play.
Starts the
And he just sits out.
does some like NBA, some NBA.
He plays for
load
Sweden.
management
He
shit.
plays for Sweden. He's not sitting there going, God, I'm waiting for that World Cup. You know, like it's like he's not going for the England squad. He's not going for the Brazil squad, Spain squad. So look, we're interested to see what happens. But
we will keep tracking that.
let's jump into how the games went on the weekend.
All right, so go through the tips. So look, I got 5 this week. I'm happy with that.
I was 4.
You got 4, dude.
He takes an early lead. Give it up now.
Just quit now, bro.
Give
Forget
it
about
up
it.
now.
It's a commanding lead. You're never going to catch up. First game was Liverpool Bournemouth. You guys won 4-2. We both picked Livo.
Yes, I think I was a pretty clear one. We almost didn't win. Chiesa had to get his first Premier League goal to kind of win the game.
Shout out Sammy P. It's his boy.
And but there was some controversy, right?
Yeah, there was, yes.
So I don't know. Do you want to? Let's jump into the clip of it.
Let's do it,
and
yeah.
we'll give kind of our opinion on it, because we had a handball issue in the Bournemouth game here, and I've taken a quick clip that we can jump into and have a look. Switch over here. So this is kind of we're up 1-0 at this stage, and. This is a ball comes through from Salah. Go to Ekatike, and this is the control that comes off. Hits the elbow. He then swipes at the ball.
Yeah.
So boom. It's that swipe there.
Yeah, the ball coming off his knee to his arm is a bit. It's 50-50 more leaning towards not a penalty, because it's come off his knee closer to his. That's a close range of motion. So
well, because it's at halfway. It's at halfway. He's the last man, right?
Yeah.
So they're standing halfway. The ball comes through. The ball is going to land right at Ekatike's kind of like knee, right? He's going to be able to touch it through and go. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, right? Because there's no other second defender back there. It's not the first hit
it's not
on
the
the
knee
arm.
on the
It's
arm.
not the knee on the arm, which is what people were complaining about. It's the second swipe of the ball, because that swipe pushes the ball just far enough away from Ekatike, he can't just bolt through. So,
have you seen any of the like refs reports or anything after the game for that?
So the VAR checked it during the game and came and said, "Oh, it's not a clear chance on goal."
Okay.
However, they've then gone back. Like there's been a lot of the pundits have gone back and looked at similar situations last season. Saliba. When Saliba pulls that player down, when he's last man, that's a clear goal scoring chance, and then that's a red card. Then there was also other handballs last season in which similar situation, they're on the semicircle of halfway, it's hit their hand, and the player would have went through, red card. So, in my kind of opinion of this, I think it's a red card, and I think it should have been dealt that way. I'm finding it hard to believe it's not a goal scoring chance.
Well, at the end, luckily, it didn't affect the result. And
Correct.
now you can use that for, because something like that's going to happen during the season. So now you can go back and like something happened. Well, you can give a red card for here, a red card for this incident, or whatever. You can kind of compare.
Yeah.
When it pops up. The next game was Villa Newcastle. We both picked Villa in this one, and they were actually shocking. Villa.
Both teams were kind of shocked. Like, Newcastle was the better team.
Newcastle was the better team, yeah.
But they were the better team.
Oh, sorry, we didn't even bring up the big news in your game. Don't worry about the result. The cripple guy racially abusing Semenyo. But how did we forget this?
Yeah,
bro.
Dude.
No, not just racially abused, but racially abused by a cripple.
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation?
Well, to be fair, if I was Semenyo, I just would have turned around and said, "Well, why don't you stand up and say that to me?"
Stand up, say this to my face.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh shit! Let me just look down upon you and get angry. Like,
So, do we know what he said?
no, it doesn't. It didn't come out.
I would love to know what the cripple said.
Look, dude. I mean, we can kind of roundabout understand what he said, right? Like, it's something to do with him being black. Like,
You two-legged bitch.
yeah.
I didn't want to say the actual word that you probably said.
Yeah, but I did find the funniest bit about it because obviously they stopped the game for it. I'm like, oh, you fucking idiots! Why are you racially abusing people?
Bro, what's wrong with your club, bro? Pieces of shit.
But then when it panned across to him, and I'm like, got it hard enough, I suppose. Just come on, man.
So you're excusing racism because he's a cripple.
But it's also that he had no choice. He had to leave because they were just wheeling him out, and he's just there like, and I'm just like, oh well.
Oh my god.
Fuck, man. Put the brake on. I don't know.
Trying to escort him out, so we're gonna escort you out. Take off the handbrake. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, just wheel him out.
He's now any punishment banned for life.
He's banned for life. Yeah.
Yeah, good. So no
no
more handicap spot for him. Huh?
Yeah, they got the best seats, dude.
Yeah, they do get the best.
It's like it's so good. It's right next to the sideline.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Was it really worth it for Semenyo? You know what I mean? Like he seems like such a nice guy. Like
I mean, he scored 2 goals against us, man. He's a piece of shit.
I can see. Yeah. I guess, yeah. Your club is racist, man. Fuck. Sorry, back to the Villa Newcastle game. There was a red card in this one. Last man, Konza, in my fantasy team. Right? Bro, I was fucking burning. Get the clean sheet. And I'm like, hectic, he's going well. Red card. I'm like, oh, fucking course.
Yeah.
But there was just one stat I wanted to bring up, that this is the first time in Emery's EPL career that his side has not had a shot.
It was a shocking game.
First half was terrible.
I mean, the theory of how the game was going to go was right. You know, you got Newcastle that we just spoke about it. Constantly in the news battling about their best player. You've got Villa, who's hasn't had much change to their squad.
They bought in sorry, not the board in. They just lost Bailey.
But again,
Leon
he
Bailey.
was a benchy for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they've still got their core team. It makes no sense.
They bought in. Look, I'm just going through their squad real quick. They bought in. Dise. They bought in. Right, they bought in like 4 players. I don't know half of them.
Yeah,
I don't know any of them.
Their starting 11 is fundamentally the same starting 11.
It's the same as last year. They haven't really bought.
And they were lackluster. They couldn't figure it out. Newcastle ran them all over the park just without a striker up there, which they rely on the Eddie Howe system.
Yep.
They just couldn't. I mean,
and they just couldn't score.
Aaron Gordon up front. He's not a striker.
No, he's not a striker. He's definitely a winger.
He's not a striker. And that's the reason he kind of left Everton, because he was stuck playing that position with Everton.
Yeah, that's right, because they had no striker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that ended 0-0. Then we had Sunderland, West Ham. I picked the draw. You picked West Ham. Both wrong. Sunderland blew them out of the fucking water.
Destroyed them.
Absolutely
Bowen had a few looks. Bowen had a few looks.
Don't get
me wrong. I put Bowen in my damn fantasy team. Right?
I had full Krog in my fantasy team.
Oh, damn.
Well, he had a good preseason. I'm thinking, maybe it might translate into the Premier League. Nope.
No, it didn't. The guy was speaking German. Everyone's speaking English.
Next game was Tottenham. What did they play? Burnley. And they won 3-0. I'm going to give a double shout out to Hugh. Rings me the night before, freaking out about his team, going, I don't know who to put in. Will Kudus be good? And I'm like, yeah, dude, you should definitely put Kudus in your team. I don't do it. So you're good at giving out advice, just not doing it for yourself.
Yeah, but that brings us to what we're doing, new segment within the podcast, Goal of the Week. Let's just pull it up and let everyone decide upon what they think about it.
I put this on the Instagram page, and I said, goal of the year already.
Yeah,
maybe round 1 goal of the year.
But preface this: before this goal happens, literally every one of the Tottenham players touched this ball.
Yeah,
for this goal, it came from keeper around through the whole team to get this goal, and again. And just watch it.
Kudus.
Bang.
Great rip.
Oh, he's got away from Hartman brilliantly. Richarlison!
I think Bergvall's reaction to handling his head just gone.
Oh my God. And this is a guy who couldn't buy himself a goal last season.
Now, look, they did play. He's fair that you played Burnley. We fully expect Burnley to get relegated again this year. It's a very good start.
I did pick them last week to get relegated, but...
Yeah. Who did you pick for relegation? again?
So look, my ideas of it is Wolves,
Yep.
Brentford,
That's a good one.
and Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
do think Leeds and I think Sunderland can stay up, but
See-
it depends on injuries, right? Like,
Correct. Yeah. I definitely think Wolves. I definitely think Burnley. But
if Wissa goes from Brentford,
Brentford is a good shot for
yeah,
relegation.
I think they get
You can't
relegated.
lose your main player, your captain, your two main players, your captain and your coach,
Yeah.
and expect to survive
I don't think you
without
can.
getting anyone in.
No, 100% agree.
Next game was Brighton and Fulham. Now I picked the draw, got it right. 96-minute winner, equaliser.
Dude,
and you had Brighton, which fucked the tip.
Dude, that was so painful. One, I had the Brighton keeper in my fantasy league
Yes,
team
Verbruggen.
for Bruggen.
Yep.
And they get the 96-minute goal. I could have broke my TV, dude. I should have broke my TV,
Did you imagine
actually.
you broke your TV over a Brighton Fulham game?
I'll fly to England. Not only will I have to buy a new TV, but I'll go into debt for a flight
Jesus.
just to come punch the guy. It's someone from Brighton. I'll just find them. You know what I mean?
Do you follow Brighton? Yes. Dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that for?
Yeah. Just because you support a team that really fucked me this weekend, man.
Next game was Wolves and City. We both picked City in that one.
That was
4-0. That was easy.
That was pretty. I think the only kind of obviously the two new guys scoring, Cherky, Rendiers. I think Rendiers is a top tip.
Dude,
So-
he was mad at AC. He was always good at AC. But I think under Pep and with this City team, I think he's going to flourish.
yeah.
Next game was Forest Brentford. Now look, we both tipped the draw. Thinking back at it, we both should have tipped Forest, considering how bad Brentford.
But again, I think the one player that left Forest, right? Because obviously,
Elanga?
the one player left Forest, and then obviously there was the Gibbs White was supposed to leave as well.
That was crazy.
and they
Yeah.
just didn't let him go. They're
Yeah.
like, nah.
So we're paying the fee. No.
Yeah, they're like, hang on a second. No. We agreed. He's like, we've resigned him.
No.
Yeah. I like how Gibbs White as well is there with Yoda. Like, all right, well,
Oh.
sure.
I'm going with Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forest won 3-1 in that one. Chris Wood back scoring again.
Why anyone doubted that he would score again?
Yeah.
I'm one of the doubters, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah. Next was Chelsea Palace. We both picked Chelsea. That ended in law.
We also had an obscure rule pop up in this. And
Mhm.
again, we have another clip which may become, part of this podcast where we go and find some clips because this was an interesting one. It's a new rule that had come in 2019, right? So let's just watch. It's a beautiful free kick, by the way.
Cracker free kick.
So
Illegal free.
Eze with his shot.
It is Eza. Brilliant.
You know, I saw that happen.
Absolutely magnificent.
I'm like, bro, you're not going to
Trained hard all week. Made himself available.
And he powered it.
And he leans into his man there to create that
And
gap.
it's an interesting
And the
rule.
VAR
So
is just having a
the
look
rule
to
itself
check whether that
here
is
that
legitimate.
if there is 3 or more players
whether in
a
James
wall,
Bell's mind,
the opposition
goal should be
attacking
ruled
player
out.
has to be more than a meter away from the wall.
Well,
So
Gahey, when the ball is kicked, has to be.
that's why it's overturned. I mean, and look, it's to the rules of the game, so fair enough, right? But at the same time, Gahey didn't need to push the player that far. He just
pushed him
needed
hard,
He just needed to make space. I thought it was a foul because he pushed the
Because he
player.
I thought because he tackled
Because he
him out
used
of
his
the way.
arms,
Yeah.
right? Like if you use your shoulders, sweet, dude, just push him away. But yeah, it was
Because that was something that Arsenal were doing a lot of last year, where they were manipulating players to make space for other players.
that's set piece coach, bro.
Hey, Mural.
He's got a mural.
He's got a
That's
mural, bro.
what I
Good
mean.
for him.
It's like he's a legend. Like he was born there. He played in the youth system. Bloke
Bro,
scored like 3 goals off set pieces, and he gets a mural.
Bro, Terry Henry, Sol Campbell,
Dennis Bergkamp.
Dennis Berg-
That's the Mount Rushmore. Then the
and
set
then
piece
up, no,
coach.
but then you got up top in the background, like
yeah.
just saying.
No. He's Chubbs from Happy Gilmore. You know when he's up there at
Hey,
the
Happy.
end. Hey, Happy. Hey, Arsenal. You done the corner that I set up?
Next game was Man U Arsenal. Now we both picked Arsenal in this one. Arsenal with a 1-0 win.
Oh, they got lucky, man.
I'm gonna say Man U. I watched the first half of that game. Man U looked slick.
Yeah.
Not in terms of play, but in terms of when the ball went forward. Mbembo, Cunha, even Mason Mount was getting it. He was the course, but Cunha and Mbeumo, every time Mbeumo got the ball, bro, he was going to do something. And Cunha was hard to maintain, like hard to contain. So Man U going forward this year looks like they might have, and if Sesko is able to adapt, and you got Cunha and Mbeumo behind
I'm
you.
not sold on Sesko.
I'm not sold on Sesko either.
His numbers in the Bundesliga weren't that great.
especially for 80 mil.
Yes, for the money that he wanted and the salary
Didn't
that he
you
wanted.
pay 80 mil or like 90 mil for Ikiteke?
Yeah, but he's younger.
And he also scored a lot more goals, right? So
Correct.
his numbers look good. So
Yeah.
you compare 90 mil for that, and then
He
you
was
go,
also the highest XG striker in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So
so you
like,
pay 90 mil, right? And you go, okay, that's the standard. And then you got Sesko, you pay 10 mil less, but you get like half the goals and
Yeah.
assists. So
no,
they had to pay overs because they're
like
not.
you see, he did double-digit goals, but he had like 3 assists or something, and it's just like, well, all right, you can score a goal, like cool, but
We'll see it.
I
Let's
feel
see
like
it
at
for-
90 mil, you got to do a little bit more than just that.
Yeah.
Right? If Nicholas Jackson is 80
Mm.
and he got double digits in the Premier League,
He was injured for a lot of it, so maybe not.
or maybe at 9.
Because he was out for about 3 months. Last game was Leeds-Everton. I had a draw, you had Everton, and it ended up 1-0 for Leeds off a penalty.
And
Look-
we have another clip. We have another clip to.
But we did have another clip. I think you might have saved the Chelsea game twice.
Damn
Yep.
Yep, I did. Damn it, no clip. But
Look,
it was a harsh. It was a harsh,
it was a harsh penalty.
way harsh penalty, man.
The guy's
Like-
like if someone has a shot, he goes diving in. Maybe what I think.
Right,
Maybe why
I have the clip.
Oh, good, you do have it. I guess that's why they would have given the penalty, is because he was diving.
So let's just go on to score the goal.
And then the worst part is like I had
Pickford.
Pickford, right, and he nearly saved the penalty.
Yeah,
Well, I was
He went the right
"Oh, he
way."
went the right way. I was like, fuck.
he's got his cheat sheet out.
So look, that was the tips. We ended. I got 5. You got 4.
So
It's good. Good start to the.
the season goes on.
All right, where are we going next, man?
Well, why don't we just jump into our fantasy league?
Fantasy.
Obviously, we've started up the league this season.
Hey,
We've
got a good response.
We've got 21 members in the league, so let's pull up where we're sitting today. Let me. So, obviously, we've got 2 front runners that have come out early. So, as we've already had one shout out, Hugh and Chelati, Julian Chelati, no escaping Alcaraz, and in the slot. Have both equaled themselves on 77. So let's jump in. So if we look at no escaping Alcaraz, he had Vicario in goals, 9. Alt Nuri, again, something I recommended to Hugh as well and did not do myself. Munoz, again, a great option.
Yep, it was a great option last year.
To be fair, I had a Palace defender. I left him on the bench because I thought Chelsea would be able to score.
Chelsea would have scored. Yeah,
Pedro Porro, a great choice again, right? Again, none of these players I put in. Like it's just silly. Mohamed Salah as captain followed the same rule there. 10 first opening day goals. Like no one will, I don't think anyone will beat that record. You've got Cole Palmer, Rendiers, who I've put in my team. I think he's going to be one of the buys of the season at 5.5. In DR, I think he'll get a few goals this season.
In DR, yeah, again, it comes down to how Everton play. Because they really do score probably the least amount of goals out of teams that aren't in like the top, like in relegation.
Yeah.
So again, it's hard with Everton, like because they've got good players, but you just never know when they're gonna fucking score a goal.
And then second shout out to Hugh within the slot, 77 points, equally gets sells and goals, makes sense. He's goalkeeper of the season. Frimpong, who can I just fucking say?
No, you can't say.
No,
I know what you're gonna say.
He got subbed off 59:35.
Yep.
That's the 60th minute, man. It's technically the 60th minute.
It is the 60th minute, but you have to play 60 minutes, which means you got to get to the 61st minute. So shut the
Just, bro, if he just walked off slower.
Go talk to Arne Slot about that.
I don't want him.
Why you're abusing Brighton players? Go abuse that.
Because you're here right now, man. All right, you're like the battered housewife.
Yeah, that
He
sounds
just
about
comes
right.
You know how much my day sucked. Drinking a bottle of whiskey. And again, so Alt Nuri again, great choice. Kudus, who he rang me freaking out.
Two
and
assists. Yeah.
Cherky. Ekitike, who, mind you, I had him in my team. I took him out of my team. I put him in my team. I took him out of my team. I just kept going back and forth around what I was going to do. Bench was average as. Anderson's a good choice.
I got Anderson in my team. I kept him on the bench too.
Yeah.
And then Captain Haaland.
Great choices. Good opening week for all of them. Obviously, let's just scroll down to where we ended up, man. Wow, this is a while down there.
Ooh.
So you're...
I'm eighth, bro.
You're eighth. That's not bad.
That's
58 points.
Respectable, yeah.
However, you do need to fix your name, dude.
Bro, okay, so I had something called Getting These Nuts or Getting the Pussy or something like that. I had something really funny put up there, and I only realized now that they put it to change name. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to come up with something clever, which they can't find.
The moderator really didn't like your sense of humor, man.
Bro, they're fucking just a bunch of haters. Oh, you're a bunch of haters.
However, I will laugh at this. This is my brother's team. Ange Posta, fuck you.
I can't wait for him to cut top point scorer of the week and we get the shout
I feel like you're just gonna get heaps cut and go into his team and be like, abused name. I want the name to be heard. And I ended up at 15th. 47 points. I had a shocker, man. Let's jump into our teams.
All right.
Just to have a look at them. Where's change name?
Assholes.
So 58 points. You had Pickford in goals. Cucurella, who's the guy you hated but now love, but then hated.
And now love.
love.
It's a love-hate relationship. Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, I also went with him.
Bro,
Van de Ven. I think Van de Ven's a great choice.
So do I. I think Van de Ven, he had a couple of good chances for off corners. So I think he will get goals this year. And then I had Konza. He did have 6 and then decided to get a red card. So I've totally
Still getting 3 with a red card's not bad.
Yeah, but now I got to sub him out.
Is he? Because he's done for 3 games.
3 games straight red. So
Yeah.
it fucks me anyway. And then look, nobody in my attack did anything but Haaland.
And then what do you mean? Oh, look, 6 on the bench.
That's the only
not
thing I
bad.
missed, right? Now look, Doku getting 3 when they scored 4 goals. I'm just like, I've already made a bad choice there.
He'll get goals and assists.
He'll get assists, but
he's not as regular as, say, the likes of like when like Sterling was in their team, right?
when
Like,
Bernardo Silva was like at his peak, he was always.
he got
scoring
an assist this week, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still assisting, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then look, the big one for me was Fulkrug. I don't know why I had so much faith in West Ham.
Listen, man. Look, I'm not any better. I had Gabriel. He got his clean sheet.
Yep.
Right. Brighton should have got. Seriously,
that's 8 points there.
Yeah. I'm actually respectable with that goddamn
Yeah,
clean
you
sheet.
get 8 points, you get to 55. Yeah,
Frimpong as well. Probably should have got a clean sheet, man.
that's another 5 points. Yep.
Yep. Rendiers was probably my best other than Salah. Bowen was
No, Rendiers was your best player.
Salah because he's captain.
Rendiers would have got more points.
No, but I'm saying because he's captain, dickhead. And then look, I leave Sarr and Richards on the bench. Sarr would have been better than Wirtz. Richards would have been better than anyone but Gabriel, man. So, look, I've got options to make here. I don't know if I suck it up for a few weeks and then look to make my subs, or if I use my wild card early.
Well, just a heads up, I am using my wild card early. I'm using it this week. I'm just like going through my team, and this week is actually really hard just because of
There's a lot of teams doubling up.
Yeah, so
Big
look,
teams
I've already
playing each
got.
other.
So look, I can't play. Like Collins didn't play, right? So for Brentford, so he's probably not going to play. Davini didn't start, so he's probably not going to play. Konza is red carded, so that's my 3 bench, right? And then I've got Edison, who is probably going to Galatasaray. I put him in because I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah. Well, no one did. It just came out of nowhere. Donnarumma's now going to apparently be going to
Man City.
to Man City.
Right?
It could be a good option to have as a keeper as well.
Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely putting him in if he can't.
Well, it depends on what he's. He'll be 6, right? You assume he'll be 6.
5.5.
If he's
think
5.5, I'll put him in my tank.
I think because if you go off like keepers,
Who's the highest keeper?
the highest keeper is going off
Because all right,
Bryce.
if we look at who the top
Yeah,
point,
5.5. So it's Raya, Pickford, Becker, Edison. They're all 5.5.
well, we've got to
Why
look
have I got two keepers at 5.5? Anyway,
really,
I'm really
selling
investing a
some-
lot of money into my keepers.
Yeah. But if we look at the top point earners for this week, you had Ekatike, Haaland, Semenyo. And then surprisingly enough, you have the Sunderland centre back.
Yeah,
What's
the
his
centre-
name?
I'll find it.
Find
Because
the Sunderland centre back.
The guy got
Because I think-
17 points.
I think that's where he scored for Sunderland and he got a clean sheet. Ballard. I think this is what I think people have undersold where Sunderland players are at. Ekatike has already gone up by 0.1.
And look, if we're just going through Sunderland's their run coming up, right? They play Burnley and Brentford, Palace away, Villa at home, Forest away, Man U, Wolves, Chelsea, Everton. You got some really good games there where they could get points.
Yeah, 100%.
Sunderland,
I think where they've invested in the right players. I don't think Xhaka's going to make your squad, but that he helps all the players around him. Ballard could be a good option if he's able to score off multiple corners and set pieces. Their striker that they've just brought in as well.
Well, they got that
for big money was getting shots away during the
Mandava
game.
from Atletico or Indigra from
Indigra is one.
I totally forgot Green Xhaka's there.
Yeah,
About that.
he's a captain.
Oh, you're talking about Mark Gee from Chelsea? Is that the striker?
No, I have Mark Gee in my team. He didn't play.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to, but no.
Yeah.
So I think there's merit to have Sunderland players. They're going to be the dark horse for results and points.
Yeah.
I think West Ham players are fundamentally useless to put in your team.
Going back to my team.
I thought Wan-Bissaka and Jarrett Bowen are two great players to put in your team. Wan-Bissaka gets assists, he likes to go forward, and he also makes quite a lot of tackles to get the additional 2 points that you can get this year.
And,
Incorrect.
Yeah, and the worst part is you look at their run. This is their run, okay? So they've got Chelsea, Forest, Tottenham, Palace, their next games.
They're screwed for the next 4 games.
Then they've got Everton away, which is not easy. Then they've got Arsenal away. The next 6 games are against top 10 teams.
Yep.
So West Ham players out. That's why I'm using my wild card. I've already got 2 in there. I don't know why I didn't look at this, but they got to go.
Yeah, well, the problem with me is that I kept looking at it. Instead of just putting my team in, which would have had Ekatike in there, would have had Kudus in there.
Yep.
But I think, to be fair, it also had Cole Palmer and Saka in there. Cole Palmer, I'm on the fence about. So, obviously, like the stats going, he has not scored from open play since January in the Premier League.
Premier League, yeah.
Obviously, you look at the Club World Cup and he was scoring for fun, ripping players. So, I don't know how it's not translating. And the other one is Saka. And no one's talking about this, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right? You sent it to me. He has not scored a goal in open play or at all.
No. He has scored
December.
1 goal. He has scored 1 goal in open play since December. Or since January, whatever it was. 1 goal.
In December, yeah. It's since
December, was it? Yeah. He scored 1 goal since then. And you're like, that sounds a bit sketchy.
Yeah. And then if I see the advantages for your team, it's Tottenham players. I think Tottenham play after this week.
So
because they've got City this week.
They've got City this week.
And then
but
they're on a decent
have,
run, don't they?
They do have a nice little run. So they've got City, then they've got Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Wolves, Leeds. But then they got Villa, Everton, Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal. Right? So the next 5 weeks, they've got a nice little run.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. Now, look, like you said, they do play City this week away. So don't expect them. Because I expect City to win, but they still can. Because I think with Trafford playing, they might have a chance with a bit weaker keeper.
Yeah. So I mean, why don't we look at what the games are this week?
Yep.
Right. In a bit of detail and see where it's at. Right. So you've got West Ham, Chelsea. Again, I don't know what to expect from this game. I don't rate that West Ham's going to be able to do much, and Chelsea at the same time. Right. If you look at my squad, for instance. I have a defender and an attacker from Chelsea. I have a defender and an attacker from West Ham. I really haven't looked at anything past the first week.
Week 1,
right?
Yeah.
And even in week 1, look at it well enough. I try to put in players I thought I could get value out of.
Yeah.
Then we've got Man City and Tottenham. Obviously, I've just got Rendiers. I don't have any Tottenham players. I think that kind of helps me in the situation. But
yeah, see, I got Van der Ven in my team, but I might have to bench him depending on how I use my wild card. But I am putting Randiers in my.
Yeah,
he's definitely coming in.
I think so. You could see that he bosses that midfield. He
Yeah.
runs it. He's happy to go forward, back. He's box to box.
Yep.
You've then got Bournemouth Wolves. I don't know what player you'd have from either. You'd have Semenyo.
Semenyo
from
had
Bournemouth.
a good start.
And I think he'll continue. Obviously,
and-
you've also got Evan Nielsen that could be in your team from Bournemouth.
Yep.
Both cheaper options, both good and both score.
And with Wolves, like you look at their lineup and bro,
Strand Larsen's probably the only player you can put in the team.
yeah, you're probably right. You look at the rest of their team, it's very average. I don't see them keeping a lot of clean sheets, so you don't want to put any defenders in. Their left and right backs, I don't see getting many assists. Strand Larsen's probably where they're going to be getting their goals from.
Yep.
But how many they're going to score, I'd probably put him into.
Then we've got Burnley Sunderland. I don't see Burnley doing too much against Sunderland. I think Sunderland dominate them away from home.
Yeah, you look at this Burnley team and it's set up very defensively.
Oh yeah,
Right? They
they
don't
just want to try and absorb an attack and hope to snag a goal
and counter.
Yeah.
Right? You can see that's how they're going to try to play. Now it will work. It could work against these smaller teams, but yeah, again, I don't see any value in any of the players that's in that Burnley team. Sunderland, we will see as the season goes on. They started off well. We'll see if they can.
Then there's Brentford Villa. I
Man.
assume Villa win that game, right? You assume
Yeah.
they win that game. How they win it, I don't know, because they would. I didn't see how they were going to create a chance against Newcastle.
They actually didn't. They kept trying to go down the channels, and Newcastle let them go down the channels, and then but they wouldn't cross it in.
Mm-hmm.
So then they were trying to play it back, and it was put it back and just locked off. And now look, Brentford is a lot easier, I think. But they do have Kelleher there. Carvalho and Collins are still there. They've still got pretty much some of the players from last season. But when you lose your three main players and your coach, I just don't see how Brentford's going to be competitive this year.
I mean, you do think
Yeah.
Liverpool win the game.
Yeah.
And you've got Arsenal versus Leeds.
Leeds, they looked okay against Everton. I know they won.
Yeah, I mean, look, you expect Arsenal to win this one.
I actually
right?
expect Arsenal to win to 0.
I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too. Gabriel starts in my team, that's for sure.
Yeah, look,
Does
I think
Arsenal
maybe
home?
we should do like a bet of the week.
Bet of the week.
Bet of the week.
Arsenal to win to 0.
Arsenal win to 0 will be my bet of the week.
$1.80.
I think it is actually $1.80.
Then we've got Palace Forest.
This
That's going to be a good game, I
Bro,
think.
I was looking at this game, right, because I wanted to put a bet on. I was having a look at this game. Bro, these games are always tight and they're always close.
Yeah.
It's always low scoring. And it's either 1-0 or a 0-all or a 1-all.
Yeah. I mean,
Very,
I'd
very
be pretty
close.
confident to play your Palace players in here
Mm.
or your Forest players. Like, I think you're taking a gamble on. You're taking a gamble on one team or another to just snag a goal.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
Yeah.
I think once they snag a goal, it'll be over.
It'll be shut up shop, I
Yeah.
reckon. Yeah.
Then you've got Everton Brighton. I think this will be a snooze fest. Personal, like, to be frank, I just think it'll be a boring ass.
Oh, I was looking forward to that one. Wonderful.
Well, I mean,
I really want to see Jordan Pickford save a lot of.
yeah,
little-
T-Rex,
Ah.
and also
Yeah, I think
his
it'll-
little cheat sheets with his water bottle.
It's bro. What the only games that are interesting for Everton are when they play you guys, Merseyside Derby. No other Everton game is one where I go, I have to watch it.
Yeah. Then we got Fulham Man U. I don't see anything other than Man U win this. Dude, Man U was good against Arsenal.
Man U
They
were
should
good.
they should have won the game.
And look, Man U actually have a really good record against Fulham at Craven Cottage, so that would actually not be a bad bet for Man U to.
Yeah. And then the final game, which it'll either be the most exciting game ever, or we will just wreck Newcastle. We'll be us versus Newcastle.
We'll put money on it.
You think?
Newcastle just go ham on you guys for trying to take their best
Break
player.
Hekateke's leg and be like, no, you got no striker, bitch.
Yeah, try and get another striker now,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
but look, I think for me personally, with the fantasy this week,
Yep.
I think I'm going to suck it up because I think it's going to be a pretty low scoring round for
Oh, yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
I think I might just suck it up and have another shit round So that then it opens up for me to be able to use like bring in the top players, bring in some more City players.
Would you hold off on a trade so you can have 2 trades next week?
Well,
Can
no,
you afford to save a trade?
I can always afford it. It's there's 7 more rounds, man.
But you start to panic real quick. I've seen what you do.
Dude.
You panic.
I don't panic,
You're
man.
a bit-
I'm not panicking. I'm fine. No, I think I'm going to assess whether or not I could do a sub. It may be like getting Jared Bowen out of my team and bringing in like an Ekatike or something.
Yeah.
So that I can kind of get maybe some additional out of a striker. Actually, I can't bring in an Ekatike. I've got
You got
3.
too many Livo players.
I've got too many Livo players.
Who have you got?
I've got
Frimpong?
Wirtz, Salah,
and
and Frimpong.
Yeah, you can't get him.
I can't.
That's why you took him out, huh?
Yes, yeah, because I wanted to have I was not gonna have Salah at all. I was gonna be like, this is the first season I don't do Salah, leave him out of my team because of how expensive he.
14.5
million, and I'm like, will he get 20 goals? Because I think at 14.5 million, same as Haaland at 14, they need to score 20. Like that's how I see it, right? Because it's like that's consistent enough to justify every week in week. Obviously, Salah last season was fantastic. He got a goal or much every.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's like, all right, 1 week he doesn't get anything. You're like, okay, I can cop that.
That all happened at the back end of the season after you won the title.
Yeah.
He literally did nothing.
He just
after
didn't
that.
do anything.
You know, like,
at that point, I'd given up anyway because I destroyed my team with panic. So we'll see how it all ends up. But I think for our tips on this week, we'll get them posted up on Instagram by Friday.
Yep.
We'll just take screenshots of our ESPN.
Yep.
and then put them up. Considering we're now in a bit of a competition, we won't be posting our fantasy league team before the date.
No, nobody is. The only way that you're going to get information is
Yeah.
I am not giving out my secrets to who I'm putting in my team, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
They're
your
mine.
all your motherfuckers can come up with
They're
your
mine.
own fucking teams.
But I think the lasting comment from us is probably Tottenham, Man U. I'd probably the dark horse teams for players. West Ham, fuck them off.
I think City.
And if you're going,
I think City have a good run too.
yeah,
I think City.
I don't even
I
think that's
some
a
City
secret
players.
though. To be fair,
Not a secret, but
Yeah.
trying to fit them into your team is the.
oh yeah, well you can only have so many of them.
Yeah.
I know, Alt Nuri's.
I've already got Haaland. I'm going to get Ait Nouri and Reinders. But if you want to put in, like, if you don't want Reinders in there, get Trafford and another defender, or try to fit in. I had Doku. That didn't work out. But Bernardo Silva's always
one that we didn't touch on before we kind of wrap up. Ben Doak just left from Liverpool, 25 million. Went
to Bournemouth. Yeah.
Could be a good option.
Where does he play, though? Midfielder?
Out on the wing.
They like to play out on the wings. They like
Correct.
to play good football.
Yeah, because now that Kirkes isn't there, they're going to need someone to whip the crosses in. Ben Doak is very capable of doing that. If you've got Semenyo inside.
Did he play?
No, he only just transferred this week.
Yeah, it's transferred this week. Yeah, so we'll just keep an eye out. Maybe just keep an eye out.
Could be a good cheap
him.
option for your bench.
Yeah. Because like if we look at Bournemouth team,
Ben Doak.
He's 5 mil.
That's
as
cheap.
a mid.
That's cheap for a mid,
Yeah,
especially someone that's going to get crosses in.
exactly. And if you look at like the team that they had, like their lineup, right? They started with Semenyo on one side and Brooks on the other. So they've already David Brooks. They've already got a couple good players there, but they might be able to put Semenyo in more center and then put Doak out on the wing, and then Semenyo scored 2 from the wing.
Well, no, he got one from the center off a cross, and the other he just to us.
Oh man, like he was playing as a winger.
Mhm.
He was playing as a winger, but cut in. So Ben Doak might be able to get the same output.
Well, I mean, look, that's one. Okay, the tip before we leave, Ben Doak.
Doak,
Yeah,
the kid to watch.
yeah. All right. Well, until next week when we see how depressing our fantasy league team will be. Then.
Yeah, probably as depressing as this weather.
Yeah.
Get me back to Europe, please.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, man. Go to your job. Be a good drone.
I don't want to.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Peace out.
Thank you.